And welcome to the DMV Dallas Cowboys postgame show. I'm your host John G. How you guys doing today? And as I'm driving home, I had a couple of hours to actually think about what happened with the game today, and I came away with some negatives and some positives. And honestly, people who are going to listen to this and they're not going to agree. They're not going to agree because they're not seeing the big picture. But I'm going to start with this point right here. Brandon Weeden played well enough to win this football game. Yeah, I'll repeat. Brandon Weeden played well enough to win this football game. And the reason that I say that is, for one, look at the stat line. I believe he was 22 for 28, 232 yards. Yes, he had the one bonehead interception. Yes, he made a mistake. He's going to make mistakes. He's a backup quarterback. But if you're asking your backup quarterback, any backup quarterback in the league, to throw 22 for 26, 232 yards, and the team puts up 28 points, that's winnable football. I'm sorry. He didn't have any fumbles. He had the one turnover, yes, and they got 7 points off of it. But if you look at the rest of the game, Atlanta scored 39 points. So you take away that 7, they scored 32 points. They still beat the Cowboys. Brandon Weeden managed the game pretty solid. The Cowboys were running early. I think that he played well enough to win the game. Now, you're going to have people who say, oh, he didn't take shots down the field, this and that. Okay, you point out wide open receivers to me down the field. That's one point on that. And number two, Dunbar, they were not covering him. They were putting slow linebackers on him. That's the mismatch you want. That's all Brandon Weeden did, was take the mismatch. And he took what the defense gave him. You're asking him to be Superman. You're asking him to do something that a lot of starting quarterbacks can't even do, and that's make something out of nothing. Every time he threw the ball to Terrence Williams, he was tightly covered. Terrence Williams made no plays for him today. He made none. As a matter of fact, I couldn't even tell he was on the field. You got the new guy, Bryce, number 19. I seen him in there for a little bit. Other than that, I only seen him because that was the play he threw the interception to Witten on. Other than that, I didn't even know the guy played. So if you want guys to take shots downfield, ask the guys on the outside to play a little bit better. Because from what I saw, I didn't see it. And normally commentators point out when some guys are open. I mean, it is what it is. And then when you have here's my second point. The offensive line is overrated until proven otherwise. They have not played a complete game of football this year yet. And if you've seen it, point it out. Because the New York Giants game, we couldn't run the ball. Philadelphia, we couldn't run the ball. I mean, some pass protection, yeah. Today, they really didn't do they didn't do a very good job of getting pushing the run game in the second half, and they allowed some pressure to get to Brandon Weeden in the second half. They have to do a better job of playing a complete football game. Now, they showed flashes early in this game, but I need to see some consistency. And maybe it's because Leary is that good. I don't know. Maybe he is. But I mean, Collins had nothing to do with Zach Martin getting beat across the face a couple times. Tyron having holding penalties. Doug Free having holding penalties. Brandon Weeden, he can't play offensive line too. And then another positive, I think the corners played pretty solid today. Now, you're going to say, yeah, Julio Jones went off the way he did. He's supposed to go off. You know why he's supposed to go off? Because there's no pressure up front. The front four didn't do a very good job up front today. The corners did what they could. They made some breakups. They didn't allow a lot of, except for that one, maybe two plays where they had run after the catch, with Devontae Freeman right before half, and then Julio's touchdown. But other than that, they did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job tackling today. The linebackers in the front seven, the front four, defensively was horrible today. It is what it is. I just got to call it like I see it. The offensive line was horrible today. We got beat up physically, and it happened in the second half. It was a tale of two halves, and it is what it is. You have to play a complete football game to win games. But, what I can say is All the Cowboys have to do is win 4 out of 7. Yes, we gave it away today. I'm not going to say we gave it away. Atlanta won the football game. They played a complete football game. Or not a complete football game. Well, they played well enough in the second half to erase whatever the first half was for them. And we didn't match that intensity. So that's why we lost, if you're looking for a scapegoat. We didn't keep the energy up the entire time. But, I mean, you know, we have to stop trying to find scapegoats. Sometimes it is what it is. Atlanta was a better football team today, so they won. But give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. All right, peace.